Hey everybody, Todd Newman here. A quick word before we start the show. When we recorded this episode the other night, the fires had yet to hit Maui. I just wanted to say a quick word that I have friends and family that live in Maui. They lost everything. Their homes burnt to the ground. The fires happened so fast that they literally had no time to get anything or save anything. They ran with the clothes they had on their back, and, you know, not being dramatic, they narrowly escaped with their lives, many of them. These people are very near and dear to me. My goddaughter lives there, and in the show description, there will be a couple of links to hit GoFundMe's. If you could find your way to giving anything, every little bit counts. Those of you who know me know I don't like doing this kind of stuff, but these people lost everything. So please try and give something to help these people out. Other than that, enjoy the show, I guess. And thank you for the people who already have donated. You can go on my Instagram page at Todd Newman. The GoFundMe links are there. They'll be in the show description. And please, thank you.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
Oh, right. I suck at it. You do it.
All right.
There he is.
Wow.
We've missed that. It's been a long time since we heard a little bit of the all right action.
Yeah.
Sexy.
It's been a long time since I've said it.
Yeah. How are you, Todd Newman?
I'm okay.
Welcome back. Sort
Thank
of.
you.
I mean, you were in Korea and Japan for the last 4.5 months.
It seemed like I was gone for a good half the year.
Was it fun?
Yeah, I had a great time.
Yeah, go ahead.
I heard that South Korea is amazing.
South Korea is amazing. Japan is amazing. I will say this.
Yeah.
If I had like cash flow where I could live the way that I wanted to, what's the matter?
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
If I had enough cash flow like where I could just live the way I wanted to live, I would move to Japan in a second.
Oh, yeah? You
In
liked
a
it that much?
Second. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's gorgeous. It's clean.
Clean,
The
that's the
people
thing.
are nice. Like it just, it made me like the minute that I happy
birthday to you.
Oh, it's my
Oh,
birthday.
Todd. Happy birthday to Todd and Heidi or whatever. Happy birthday, dear Heidi, everyone.
But mostly Heidi.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh my god, I don't know what to do.
Oh, blow out the candles. for
Blow.
starters.
Oh.
Here's where
In
you
America,
blow.
we blow.
I make a wish and all of a sudden
Put your lips
Kevin
together.
Costner's like shows up in the door. Just
Oh, you
kidding.
don't know. She's in love with Kevin Costner, and she's gonna go after him.
Kevin Costner like
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that.
Dancing with Wolves.
That's
like
the
Kevin
guy.
Costner,
Yes.
or like the 85-year-old guy he is now.
He's 68.
Oh,
What?
look at this.
Woodman's.
Yeah. Show the camera. Show the camera.
Low prices every aisle, every day.
Yeah.
Or every day.
Talking to your mic.
No, you had
And
it.
it
Every-
says, "Happy birthday, HPV."
HPV. Celebrating 45 years of HPV.
What is it?
No, we'll see.
That's what opening does. That's how you find out. What
That's
it
why we
is.
didn't wrap it in
I'm
clear
not used to
plastic.
this.
Revelatory.
Is it Ozempic?
Yes. Framed Ozempic. Show the camera. We're gonna hang it in here. You can bring it home, or
So nice.
or we can hang it in the
I'd like to
studio.
keep it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now explain to Todd what the fuck we're looking at.
Yeah, I have
he
no
was not
idea.
here.
I brought, when I went to Wisconsin, I brought Dan back a
Oh,
lovely
this statue back there, the
Artifact.
clowns, the pervert clown.
from a garage sale.
Yeah.
and I wrapped it in this Woodman's bag. And Woodman's is a grocery store in Wisconsin that the people who work there own stock in it. So if you work there a long time, you become
an owner.
Basically, she
Yeah.
wouldn't stop talking about it the whole episode. So figure make a part of the set.
Woodman's.
That's amazing.
Happy birthday, Heidi.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good, right?
That's really cool.
Anyway, so
Thank you so much.
happy birthday.
Thank you. I love
Our
when
new producer, who is still unnamed at this point, came in today and insisted that we do it. Like, I was happy to do it, but it was not
Yeah.
my idea. So,
It
new
was
producer.
their idea?
Yes. Yes, his complete idea.
What a sweetheart.
This person went and paid for it and brought the stuff over and decorated.
What?
Yes.
What a bitch.
Wow.
We're not even paying him
This
yet.
person is
Just
so
imagine.
nice.
I
Oh,
know.
you just said him.
Oh, it's fine. It's
Yeah,
a
you
guy.
keep
It's a
saying
guy.
him.
As far as we can tell, I don't want to gender him, but he
Oh,
seems
yeah.
to be a man off the bat.
That's how he identifies?
Yes, yeah, and I'll respect it.
Yeah.
Seems to be his
Yeah, yeah.
choice, so I don't want to make him feel bad. So Japan, Korea.
Yeah, it was amazing.
You were gone for how long? It was 4 weeks.
Almost.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
so almost
Yeah,
a
yeah,
month.
Long time.
Okay.
The only thing was it was fucking brutally hot.
Well, I mean, it was here too. I mean,
Yeah,
you can't get away from that.
And there it's humid, so it's like literally you walk outside and you get hit with a wall of heat. Like people, I was watching the news out there, and people died.
Oh
You know,
shit!
Yeah. It was that hot.
How many showers were you taking out there?
Oh, God.
7, 8 showers a day.
I would just take 2 a day. I would take one when I got up, and then I would let because there's no use in taking a midday, because you're just.
Yeah. Sorry, forgot these. Heidi, go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
I'm listening, Todd. Continue.
There's
Keep going, Todd. What was that?
Don't mind me.
there's no there's no use in taking a midday is what I was saying
Right.
because
Oh.
it's that bad. So I just 1 in the morning, 1 at night.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Congratulations.
How did it feel? Did you feel filthy?
Yeah, I felt fucking. but there's something very freeing about that
Of course.
because when it's like I had to explain that to the kids because they're just not used to it and they grew up in LA and it's different heat. I grew up at least in New York where it gets like that in the summer,
Right.
Where it's humid,
Right.
They're not used to humidity.
No.
It's
They're
just not
soft.
like that out
They're
here.
soft.
So they're like, the first few days, and I'm like, you have to get into a mindset where it's actually liberating that it's this brutal out because you just don't fucking care.
The key is when you're about to leave the house, be like, I'm going to sweat my balls off.
Yeah.
And this is how it is.
I mean, there was literally times where we were walking around and I could just feel it like
Going
going,
down your back.
and I just didn't fucking care. And this is my new favorite shirt.
I like it on you.
Nice.
I got it at a vintage store in
Out there?
Japan. Yeah,
What? In which country?
feels good.
in Japan.
How big was the Japanese person who owned that
It
shirt?
must have been huge.
Yeah.
because it's big on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it drapey. And
Japanese
especially-
people, as you saw,
Yeah,
are
they're skinny
Yeah.
and shorter
Very
and
little.
healthy
but,
or whatever.
Yeah, they're healthy. But
Losers.
I had some amazing experiences. It was great. We went to Tokyo and Kyoto and Osaka, and like I could sit here all for the whole fucking show and just tell you a bunch of stuff. But we did some amazing stuff. Had some amazing experiences. South Korea was great. Then we went to this island off of South Korea called Jeju, which is like
Have you been there?
No, a girl at work was just talking about
yeah,
it.
it's like the Hawaii of Korea. I
Okay.
posted a bunch of pictures. I'm sure everybody saw like the blue water and all of that. It's like made of volcanic rock. The island and
You also travel. Tell Heidi how many people you travel with.
11
What? I'm sorry, what?
people.
Isn't that awful?
Why?
Because I was with a bunch of family. So
Oh.
there was like me, my wife, my kids, my brother and sister-in-law, their 3 kids, my in-laws.
Jesus.
So yeah, it was a lot of people, but
Did you guys go off and do your own things? Okay, good.
Oh, that's
it was manageable, and the kids are old enough where like they took off, did their own thing
Oh,
too,
cool.
and that's the other thing. The first few nights, like my daughter who's 14 and some of her cousins, they wanted to go walking around, and I'm like, no, you guys got to. It's a foreign country. My brother-in-law, he's there all the time. He has office in Korea too, so he's there all the time. He's like, no, let him go. That kind of shit doesn't happen here.
Like muggings and burglaries.
No, like
and-
that kind of petty theft is very, very rare. 1, because the penalties are so stiff.
Exactly.
And 2, it's just culturally not in them. Like, it's like, especially in Japan.
Well, they're all about respect and honor,
yeah,
and like it really is a thing.
I have dishonored
Yeah.
and harikari, like, that's in their blood still to this day, because I talked to someone who was working at one of the hotels we were staying at. They were asking me, they spoke pretty decent English, and they were asking me, what I thought and where I'm from and all that, and I'm telling them the differences like that I'm seeing already from American culture and Japan and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm like, look, we're staying at a fucking 5-star hotel, so I get that everybody's going to be nice to me in here. But I walk out, I go to the train station, I go, we ran into so many instances where we didn't really need help, but people were like, who spoke a modicum of English would come up to us and like, do you need help? Like getting somewhere? Just
You don't
shit
see that
you
here
do
at
not
all.
see here. So I was telling the guy about it, and he was like, yeah, that's because we want people to go to the rest of the world and say that we're the best country.
You want to set a good example.
Honor.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fucking awesome.
Southern hospitality in
Yeah.
I feel like that's the way
Asia.
it used to be in the United States, though.
there were still
kind of.
pockets, I guess.
I think
But yeah.
like it used to be like that, but now you can steal anything and nothing's gonna happen to you.
Well, that's not true. Did you see the video of the guy trying?
Yeah, did you see
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
going to jail now?
Who? The guy that beat him with the broom?
Yes.
No, he's not.
Yes,
He is.
He is.
He was arrested, or he's going to jail.
He's going to jail. It fucking sucks.
This just happened.
Yeah, like a few days ago.
Yeah, but the court
And
system.
the guy was
he hasn't
taking
gone
a-
to trial
well,
yet.
he's been arrested.
Oh, that's what I asked.
Yeah,
So
he's been
he's not
arrested,
going to go
sorry.
to jail. I don't think.
I don't know.
I'm
But
so
I
fucking
love
sick
seeing
of
it, though. I love seeing it.
It's ridiculous.
Dude, the second I landed in LAX and got out, you could fucking feel the bad energy, and everybody just fucking sucks here. I was talking to a friend of mine pretty regularly, and she was like, I was telling her, like, I was amazed at how awesome the people were, and like blown away by it. Like, she even said, she's like, you sound beside yourself. And I was like, that's a perfect, like, I can't believe that there's places like that, like that people operate like this. So she's like, well, are you going to bring some of that back in your daily life? Like in your neighborhood? With
It won't
your
take
people?
here.
And I was like, no, it's going to make me worse here because I know it can exist and it does exist somewhere else and it'll never happen.
We
here.
choose not to.
Yeah, it'll never happen here.
When you were on tour, did
Fucking
you ever
place
go to
sucks.
Asia on tour back then?
We not on tour, but I was in Tokyo, and I felt like a supermodel there because I was so tall.
Yeah.
Me
And I remember I walked.
What's up, munchkins?
I remember the airport was the
It's like,
most
look at how
beautiful
big
place.
my dick looks in their hands.
Just walk around with strangers. Hold this. Sorry, I had to go.
But the airport was my favorite. It's so beautiful. I remember when we landed, I was like, "This is Tokyo."
Yeah, even that, like the trains, the subways, the cabs, air conditioned, clean. The airport, everything. I was
Yep.
like,
It's gorgeous.
this place rocks.
Well, welcome back anyway.
Thank you.
Rest in peace to Mr. William Friedkin,
Yes,
director of The Exorcist. I mean, come on.
What else did he do? He
the
did
French
a-
Connection,
French Connection.
Sorcerer,
What's the gay one?
a bunch of
Cruising?
Yeah,
Oh, that was a great movie.
Gotta say, French Connection, Exorcist, probably his biggest swings.
yeah. French Connection is one of my favorites. Like more, I know you're more an Exorcist person.
I love the French Connection, but
the French
Exorcist.
Connection-
I've never
Yeah.
seen The Exorcist.
What? Oh my God! So
I never saw it.
What did you and I watch? Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a group Exorcist watch. I mean, it's.
Is it that scary still?
No,
It's not.
Yes,
Right?
it is. I'm gonna get
It's
so
not.
pissed off right now because Darren over here, she watched it and she's scared of horror movies. She thought it was dumb, which made me so angry.
I don't think it's dumb, but I don't think it's scary.
It's scary.
It's not.
There's a new movie that's
You're
out.
a bitch. You're just
Talk
a
to me.
bitch.
Also scary.
Talk to
Loved
me.
it.
Did you love it?
Loved every second of it.
I gotta go see it.
Yes.
Now wait, this brings up another point.
We're gonna get to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Exorcist also won Best Picture in 1973, so it's like a legit.
I know.
Oh, the air came through. Ah! They are fun. We gotta watch that. It's a great movie.
I took myself to see a movie
Fucking
on
asshole.
Sunday,
What'd you see? Barbie or Oppenheimer?
Barbie, because
I can't wait to see it.
everyone was talking about it. Everyone I know said they cried their eyes out. Every
At
woman
Barbie?
said that.
I know guys
Yes.
that cried
Yes.
watching it.
Okay,
Really?
so I went in there. First off, I haven't seen a movie in 4 years. Well, before
In the
the
theater.
pandemic, yeah,
theater,
in 4 years, it's crazy. So I was excited. I went alone. I took myself on a fucking date at the Grove, and I walk up to the girl, and I have my phone, my ticket on my phone. I'm like, "Hi," I'm like, "Oh, I'm excited." I'm like, "Oh, it's my first movie in 4 years," and she just looked at me, didn't say a word, didn't smile anything. So I looked at her, and
Obviously
I said,
not from Korea.
Korea's different. I'll tell you about that after.
Okay.
And so I said, I said, yeah, here, on my phone. I'm like, well, this is new. I don't even have a ticket stub. And then she just looked at me and I go, do you speak English?
And then she realized she was in Japan.
No.
But I was so mad. Like,
Wait.
say smile at least.
Did you actually say that
I
to her?
said, do you speak English? Because she was just staring at me, being rude. So then I said, and then I said,
What was her ethnicity?
White.
White.
Shit.
Okay.
Japanese.
she wasn't like, it wasn't like I was being rude. Like she was like,
No, it doesn't sound rude at all.
clearly like Hispanic or no.
sound remotely
And then I
rude.
told her, I said this because
Go back to your own country, you fucking bitch.
No, but I told her, I said, are you feeling okay? And she goes, yeah. And I go, oh, okay. I'm just asking because you haven't said a word like hi or thanks or anything. And she just kept staring at me, and I go, maybe you should ask the manager if there's like another job where you don't have to deal with the public. And then I walked away because I was so fucking pissed off because I was so excited. Fucking open your mouth, little fucking like just so.
I
like,
love when you're angry.
So I was so
love
mad,
it.
and I was gonna go see fucking Barbie, where it's like, and like so then, but I didn't. I'm so.
Did you
over
strike her?
it.
Did you hit her?
No, but I'm just so over people who work with the public who are not fucking nice. Or
It is a problem.
Just smile.
Yeah. It's
you
not
don't
hard.
wanna-
And on
Also,
but on the
it
other
feels
hand,
good to be nice.
right? But on the other hand, when it's canned, that drives me more
That's
crazy.
annoying.
There's
Yeah.
a middle ground.
Because
just
when you
smile.
know that someone is saying something to you because they're told they'll lose their job if
Yes.
they don't greet and say hi, and you can see right through that. So
Right.
either way,
But she was a greeter.
If you're gonna be a
She's
front-facing,
Yeah.
like deal with the public, welcome to this establishment. The first person you see when you go to a business should be
Yeah.
like a, hey, welcome. You don't have to even
So-
smile. It's like, hey, welcome.
So then it got worse.
Oh fuck.
So then I go, have you been to the Grove, the movies at the Grove?
Long time ago.
I just miss the ArcLight. That's all. I miss like the old times when I don't know. So there's two lines. There's a premium movie ticket line, and there's a normal.
You went to AMC.
So it's So it's like fucking first class and coach.
and no one's ever in the premium line, by the way.
No. So I was thinking maybe I'll go in the premium line because I'm running a little late, and I was like, no, that's
You
I better not.
entitled white.
No, but I
motherfucker.
was like, how, So I'm standing there, and all of a sudden, everyone's in the premium lane, and there's 5 people doing the popcorn thing, and all of them are like, okay, you premium line, and all of us are getting pissed because we're like, oh my god, I counted it 22 minutes until they acknowledged us in the normal line. 22 minutes.
That's a bad system.
So I got
good if you're in the premium line.
True, but I
You're
think it should be 2 premium, 1 normal, 2
right.
premium,
like
just
at the
something.
airport. There's a special line, and there's a person
Actually, at the airport,
designated for the first class person.
They do all go first though. The premiums on the airport.
Yeah.
No, but there's a special line because and then there's like the coach line. There's like 2 people with that and 2 people with it's a certain. Okay.
Right, but premium goes on the plane. They all go on first.
No, I mean when you're when you first check
When you get,
in,
she's talking
when you
about
get
security.
there.
Oh, got you.
No,
That's why
like
you
when you
need
get
clear.
there,
Oh,
you,
like check
your
in.
bag,
Oh.
your bag.
Yeah.
Is okay, so I got up. Oh no,
I love this.
2
I don't know what that's like because I'm always in first class.
2 of the guys started to go towards the guy. The guy's like, premium lane? And I was like, oh, no. And I walked up and I looked
Sir,
at,
do you speak English?
I looked at the guys and I was like, no, just 1 second. And I walked up and I'm like, I'm already late for my movie that I haven't seen. I haven't seen a movie in the theater in 4 years. Please, can I just get a fucking popcorn? And he was like, yes,
you can.
Yes, ma'am.
If you're in the premium lane.
Yes.
We'll be with you in 48 minutes. Thank
only.
you.
So he took me and I asked him, I was
He
like,
took you.
I
Whoa.
was like, what's up with this premium lane? Like, why can't we get like popcorn?
Because they're in the premium
They
lane.
paid for it.
But
Yeah.
then I said, how do you know they're premium? And he goes, oh, we check. And I looked at him and I go, bullshit. I watched you guys the whole time for 22 minutes, and you guys didn't check anything. You just took your...
Well, that makes you the dummy for not getting in the premium lane.
Exactly. So next time I told him, I said, so next time I'm going to go in the premium lane. And he goes, well, no, we check. I said, you didn't check anything. I said, I don't want to be a fucking bitch or Karen or whatever it is.
The worst part about it is now they're gonna check.
Oh, yeah. No, she'll never go. Her face is already up in the window like, do not let this Karen up in this bitch.
Never
It
a
gets
premium.
worse. It gets worse.
How?
So I bought my ticket and I was C12, and C12 was the end of where like you can have it's the seats you recline in, and there's handicapped in the middle. So the handicapped
We don't call it
person
that anymore,
What do
Heidi.
you call it?
Retarded. Yes! He's back, everybody. My brother's back.
Horrible. So
I love you, Todd Newman.
C12 was at the end because I don't like crowds, and it was crowded and there was packed. So
If you don't like crowds, movie theaters are a good
now
spot
you're
to go.
saying-
Yeah,
You
so-
should go to a festival next. plenty of space.
Well, if I go to a festival, I have to have like VIP.
VIP, of
and
course.
okay.
Yeah.
So I sit down in the chair and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, okay. I didn't mean, okay. I gotta brush all that off. Like something's wrong with me. I clearly have not been out in public for a very long fucking time.
Maybe
like,
ever by the sounds of it.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't go out in public for a long time. So I sit down, and this gentleman in a wheelchair is next to
A
my
retard?
chair. No, he's an older man.
Okay,
he had
got it.
crutches in the back of his chair, so I don't know if he could.
So he's ready for
okay.
all situations.
And he goes to me, somebody's sitting there, and I go, no, I'm C12. That's my seat. But then I feel fucking bad because he's in a wheelchair, and I go,
But he brought his own chair. What is he concerned about?
but no, it was so he was sitting there. There were two young girls, and I guess his wife had gone to get concessions.
So these are the seats that are next to the open spots for
wait,
the chairs?
Yes.
Are they assigned?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
C12
Yeah.
is your
Yes,
seat.
is my
Right,
seat.
Right.
And he looked at me and he goes, somebody is sitting there. So then he was he was a jerk, but he's an elder. So I was trying to
And now you're like, now I know how this feels when I talk to people.
and I go, I
Now
was
you're
just
like
like,
thinking, I'm glad that happened to you, whatever it is.
so
Your
I just,
misfortune makes me wet, sir.
so I got out my phone and I go, sir, that's my seat. But I said, I can go find something else. But I couldn't, it's sold out. So he goes, fine, and wheeled himself away, and I felt so bad. I go, sir, it's okay. I'll find something else. And like his grandkids were sitting there. It had to have been his grandkids, and they were looking at me with disdain, like I was some horrible
I'd
human.
have been like, you know what? Fuck you. Your fucking grandfather's a piece of shit. This is my fucking seat.
Yeah, more like the worst generation.
Move. Yeah, like, get the fuck out of the way.
So then he sat.
Premium! See, you won't get in this kind of predicament when you buy premium. They don't allow those kinds in premium.
Fucking A, Heidi.
So then he actually had like great seats but the two kids were sitting next to me. There was like a little spot, and then they were right in the middle, which is the best spot to be at a movie theater, right in the middle. So you can, so the movie ended, and I had to wait till they left because I didn't want him to like see me like, I don't know, but so
Explain that. What are you talking about?
I just felt bad. I felt badly because he was in a wheelchair and he had asked me to move.
Oh, you don't want him to
He
see
said-
you walking and showing off your legs?
So guess what I did?
Check this out, motherfucker, with ease.
So guess what I did?
What? What'd you do?
I had a little limp when I walked past.
Shut the fuck up.
That's even worse.
Shut the fuck up.
You faked
What?
a disability? Heidi, look at us in the eyes.
That is like a classic Seinfeld moment.
Absolutely. Who would do it on Seinfeld? Kramer?
Elaine.
No, George.
George.
George would do it.
Heidi.
So because I didn't want him to. So I was like, well, I'm gonna pass by him because he was looking at me too, and I was like, I'll show him like that. I felt badly that.
You have got to be kidding.
Oh my god.
I wish I was.
You checked all
Okay.
the boxes.
And this is why.
Yeah.
I can never go out in public ever again.
Camera 2,
Yeah, I
please.
agree.
Camera 2. Heidi, I'm going to need you to look at this camera and apologize to all of our disabled listeners.
No, listen.
Oh,
I have
oh,
honey, I didn't
no,
mean
no,
that.
sorry,
I didn't
don't.
mean that.
Whatever
I
you-
didn't mean that.
whatever you need.
aggressively.
This is what you call doubling down.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that aggressively.
These fucking cocksuckers need to be taught a lesson.
I do have plantar fasciitis, so I do have a little limp when I walk, but I really exaggerated it because I felt badly. But I reserved that seat was not a handicap seat. But he made it seem like I felt badly because it was for his
Sir,
wife.
listen, I know you're in a wheelchair, but I did have chickenpox when I was a kid. I do know what you're going through.
I was on your side this whole time until the limp.
The limp episode.
I told you about the when I flew right with the dog.
Did you
I
limp
flew.
then too? What'd you do?
So-
did you do the service dog bullshit?
Well, I had to fly with the dog when Anthony was in Chicago, and I was so nervous about it because they had just switched it to where you can't have an emotional service dog.
Yeah.
So I said it was a medical service dog. So on my thing,
So a lie upon a lie upon a lie.
exactly.
Okay,
So
I like it.
so I go and I go up to the woman. I go, oh, I have a service dog. And they can only ask two things. Is it medical and is it trained for something specific? I said, yes. I didn't lie. I mean, obviously there's something wrong with me.
Yeah,
so clearly.
It's a stick and
Very
stuff like
apparent.
that.
Clearly.
It's trained.
So they brought out a wheelchair. And I go, oh, no, I don't need a wheelchair.
No,
And
he
she's
can
like-
walk fine. The dog's fine.
That's
so,
fucked up
so
on
they,
their part.
So they brought me like a wheelchair. And I was like, no, I'm okay. And she was like, no, it's okay. So they must have thought there was like, I had like...
I think
No, they
that's
knew
exactly-
exactly that you were lying, and they
That's
were
what
like,
it is.
"We're putting her in the wheelchair. We're gonna make her feel like
Yep.
shit."
So
I
the
think
dog-
you're right. I really
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
they're
So
doing.
the
That's what I
dog
would've done
is, so
if I
the
was
dog is
working
in
there.
my lap. I didn't have to go through security. They just rolled me through.
Heidi, you need to get one of these fucking carts from
This was a
Walmart
while
soon.
ago. This was a while ago. Okay, so I felt so bad. So then
Let's sit down this birthday shit. I don't think I want to celebrate you anymore.
Should definitely come down.
Oh my god.
So wait. So then I'm like, well, now I have to have a fucking limp because I feel so horrible. Like they're doing all this shit for me. So
On the airplane?
everywhere in the airport, they've got me like they've got a
Do you
guy
mind if I have
coming
the aisle? I
over.
have a really horrible limp.
Oh my god.
So I was flying in first class as it was. So they had me go. So I went on first, and the woman
See
said,
her
"Oh,
leg
you
in
can."
traction, like hanging.
So when we landed, as I'm walking away, slowly my limp goes away, and I'm like, "What does this remind me
Like
of?"
Kaiser Sose
Yes,
or
like
whatever?
Kaiser Sose. I was then,
Oh my god.
Then I get there.
Kobayashi. Coffee cup.
Yeah.
Then I get there, and Anthony's like, "Why did you do that?" I'm like, "Well, I just spiraled out of control. Like I didn't know what to say because I was so nervous of being caught."
You lost control of the lie.
Lost completely. Then on my way back, because he took the dog and I went up to Wisconsin and I drove back and I got to the airport and she goes, "Oh, here it says you have a service dog," and she looked over and I go, yeah, no, it's
It
I just
died.
found it. Oh, Heidi,
okay.
this is
I'm just gonna go home now.
I'm really
I'm just being honest.
I appreciate that, but I will say that I do see you different going forward from this moment.
There was a couple of times where I lied at the airport.
You ever fake a severe injury?
No,
It
but
wasn't
like
severe. It was just a mild.
I never faked a severe injury, but there was a few times where like I got bumped off a flight and I had to get the and my group was like, group Z to board, and it was like open seating. So I went up. This happened like maybe 2-3 times, and told the woman at the counter that I had had a vasectomy,
Okay.
which was not a lie.
You did, but just not recently.
10 years prior.
It was like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. She's like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "I just might need a little extra time to get down the jetway."
Oh, I don't feel
And
so
she's
bad
like,
now.
"Okay, here you go. Give me a pass to board first."
Nice.
So it wasn't a lie, and I didn't limp.
But it's a sneaky little move.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's a
use that now.
It's definitely a
A
sneaky
vasectomy?
little move. Well, the vasectomy is the greatest one because I thought like I could say I hurt my hip, I
Yeah.
have a bad back,
Yeah.
like I could do. But how you gonna question me?
Like, show me the stitches.
Yeah, or like, do you have the balls to really get into it with me
Literally.
Right,
about,
literally, yeah.
about my fucking penis
Right.
Yeah.
surgery?
And you want to keep your voice
Yeah.
down, like I have a vasectomy.
Yeah, I was like, kind of embarrassed. I've had, and she was like, "Oh no, it's okay. What a good person you are for doing the right thing and having a vasectomy.
yeah, I know.
Real man, manning up."
High five.
Yeah.
I've done that before, but I had a cortisone shot once in my back. I had to fly like the next day. It was awful. Pain was horrible. So I've had to take like those carts and stuff. But this
Oh,
was
I
the
couldn't do it.
lowest- this was the
I swear
lowest
to
I-
God, I'd rather miss my flight
I couldn't
than, be on,
walk.
than be on the cart.
Yeah,
would too.
I
guess
could
if you really
not
can't
walk.
walk, I would
could
maybe
not
do it.
walk. Yeah.
That coming down
Coming through.
the lane. Heidi, that's something else.
I do know a guy that you've met before.
Okay.
I won't out him on the air, but who travels a lot for work, so constantly flying, and does a wheelchair from the curbside
Stop.
Chris
every
Cheney.
time.
Chris
Yeah.
Cheney.
Every
Yeah.
time.
And does he need it?
He doesn't need it at all.
That's
He's just
such
like,
a
"Fuck
weird
this."
move.
Yeah.
Just 'cause it doesn't want to walk.
Yeah, doesn't want to deal with anything, wants to be treated like, yeah.
Well,
And
what's funny is I
every
see
time.
people now, and I know, and I look at them, and I just know, and I'm like, I see you.
But
I
you're
know
one
you're
of them.
lying.
Yeah, that's how she can
Completely.
spot him. She's
That's
Yeah,
how you
one of
learn,
exactly.
them.
yeah.
That's how I know. I'm like, oh.
It's like having gaydar.
It's your
No,
training.
it spiraled.
There's
spiraled
one.
out of control.
There's one of
There's
me.
one of us. Oh my God, that's really something.
But on Sunday, I felt so bad for this guy. So I was like, well, maybe he'll feel better if he knows I have like plantar fasciitis. Like,
He goes, that's a plantar limp. I've seen that a million times.
I don't care if you have planters peanuts. You're fucking full of shit.
Yeah,
liar.
bullshit.
Wow, Heidi. Wow.
I learn something new every day.
is that that bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not
What's-
it's not illegal.
It's
like
not-
you're not parking in a handicapped spot, but
To me, it's not.
But I didn't sit in a handicap
wild.
spot.
I know.
Let's really dissect it for a second, because to me, it's not bad that she did that. If she did that to try and make him feel like shit, I would have more kudos about it. Like,
Okay.
but
That's
she
fine. I
did it
felt bad
because
for
she
him.
felt bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for
So
herself.
Yeah, she.
It's selfish.
It wasn't like if it was me and I was in that situation. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make this motherfucker feel like shit and like walk like like to make him like.
I'm
I
more
wa-
of a Ken
yeah,
guy.
Yeah, I want you to fucking feel bad, but that's
I'm
not
more
what
of a
she was
Ken
doing. That's not what she was doing.
I'm a Ken.
She felt bad
Yeah.
and like scrambled. What do I do? What do I do? I'll limp.
I don't want to feel judged.
Yeah, so he thinks I'm kind of like one of
of
them.
him.
Yeah.
He'll understand where I'm
That's
coming
why.
from.
It's not malicious what she did.
No, it's so selfish. It's so unbelievably
Bad
selfish.
because I kept
better.
saying, I was like, sir,
It is
better.
sir, I will move because I felt I didn't want him to like go away. Sir, I got it, and he was like, forget it.
I'm totally fucking broken too, sir.
But it was my seat. That was my seat.
Yeah.
That part is true.
This is
part
why
is
you
very
know
true.
what my wife does when we go to movies or take the kids to movies. You know what she does?
Oh God.
I don't. Plays ping pong?
Buys the row.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I will say
Baller.
I've gone to
Which I love because like I don't want to sit next to anyone, even my own family.
I've had some nice experiences
we
with you
spread
guys
away.
as a family
Yeah,
going
where I
to
just-
Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
Boy, do you guys do it right.
Yeah.
Like private guide,
Going to that shit without
backdoor access, and
Yeah.
like private dinners, and like this. It feels.
If I can't, I hate to be this way.
no.
But if I can't do it that way at this point in my life,
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't want to go. I don't want to stand in a line for fucking 2 hours to walk through some fucking maze. Or,
Do you know why I like that treatment? Because I deserve it.
Because you deserve it.
Yeah,
I
That's
certainly don't deserve it, but I get it.
it's great. Heidi, wow. I mean, I don't know where we go from here.
Listen,
You don't. When we go like that, you don't even have to limp.
No, it's true. Yeah,
It's just all paid for.
For any reason.
you pay to not fake injuries.
Yeah.
What were
I
you
just
what were you gonna
felt
say?
bad for. I felt badly that he was like someone sitting there, but they weren't. It was my seat.
Felt bad that he was
felt
being
bad.
a
He was
dick.
older. Yeah, he was being an asshole.
Yeah, he was trying to push you around because of who his affliction. Like, fuck that. Or he's just a dick, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. And whatever happened to him, it does serve him right.
And the girl that I asked, do you speak? Because she was just staring at me, so I didn't know. Like, do you speak? Like, are you okay? Like, are you having?
are you-
are you having a stroke? What's happening to you? Like, say something. She
Are
didn't
you
say
done
anything.
with the movies going forward? Are you done?
Probably I should not go ever again.
That's really
At
amazing.
least not to see Barbie.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, can I just explain something?
Yeah.
I didn't cry,
Okay.
and I played Barbies for my whole life.
You just proved you really don't have a heart to begin with, so
no, but
not
I'd already
crying isn't
heard.
shocking.
I'd already heard like all this, like the speech was beautiful and stuff, and I had already cried when I listened to the speech that she went through. It was beautiful. I wasn't as blown away by it as everybody is.
Wait,
Maybe
what
the
is
expectations were
that
huge.
speech that she went through? I don't know.
She
I don't know it either.
You mean Margot Robbie?
No America for Ferreira, whatever her
One of
name
those.
is. She plays the mom, like in the real world, and she does this speech about how women, like we
In the movie. Is it
we,
a spoiler?
We want to be thin, but we can't be too
spoilers.
thin. We have no, it's not a spoiler. It's all over the.
Okay.
We want to do this, but we can't do that. It's about being a girl and how we have to like
Limp sometimes.
we have to limp, but we don't have to limp. We have to, if our yeah. So it was I like that. Ryan Gosling stole the movie. He's
Really?
amazing. Amazing.
I'm a big Goss fan.
He sings.
You don't care for him?
No, it's not that I don't care for him. He just doesn't do it for me.
Did you see Drive?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that movie so much.
Might be in my top 10 all time.
Same. I love the music too from it.
It's not that I don't like him. I just
He doesn't like register or doesn't factor in.
No.
You won't go see a movie because the Goss.
no.
is in it. Got it.
Anyhow, I'm sorry. I just.
No, it's okay. We're all
I'll just
sorry.
be quiet.
No,
for us.
no,
You
no,
guys can
please.
eat. I don't deserve these.
Well, I have some things for you, Heidi. Some more things to show you during the show. But we were talking about Exorcist for a minute, and something you wanted to bring up,
yeah.
and I'm not happy about that you're about to bring it up. But
No,
you
but
you
I'm
go
going
for
to bring it up.
That's fine.
So William Friedkin dies.
Yeah.
I immediately, when I find out this news, I text Dan because I know Exorcist is one of his favorite movies. I also happen to know that it's so one of his favorite movies that he decided to get a back piece of the poster art. That would be
full back tattoo
full
of
back
the Exorcist.
tattoo of the Exorcist. And I remember we were talking about this a long
Completed.
time
It's
ago.
perfect.
One point you were going to get a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about
Yeah.
it before
What to
you
do.
got
Oh,
any
I forgot
what
about the
to
Christmas
do.
tree.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot
I forgot
about
about that.
Yeah. And I don't forget.
No, you don't.
So you started this back piece, and there's a lot of black in that poster. If you know the poster, look it
The
up.
fucking poster
online.
is solid black.
Yeah, it's solid black.
With a little
it's
bit of-
a little.
That's street lamp, right?
Yeah, it's a street lamp, and the guy looking up, and it's like mostly black. And how many sessions did you do?
A few. I mean,
A couple of
a
sessions.
lot. I mean, 18
But
hours.
as of
or
right
something.
now, you don't
Really?
have a completed back tattoo.
No, there's so much
So
more to do.
I said, now that he's died, the first thing I said in the text was, you got to get your back finished.
Yeah.
And you were just like, I don't even know if I think you didn't even respond.
I think I did. Let's go to the tape. Anyway,
But
yeah.
then you posted something and you said, with the artist, Paul, said, now you got to get it finished. And you were like, do you recommend a numbing cream? Is there a numbing cream? So I wrote, yeah, there is one, and it's called Man Up. Now, one might say, like, well, you don't know what it's like, but my entire back, my
Yeah,
ass,
yeah,
everything
yeah.
is tattooed. Like,
Yep.
I have a piece that goes
It's
all
full onto your ass.
onto
yeah.
my ass, which is, by the way, one of the worst places to
Which
get
I've heard.
tattooed. Yeah.
Wait, your ass.
You just trying to look at it?
Yeah,
He's wearing a shirt, Heidi.
I just went to.
Yeah, it's
Ooh, I
a
see the
it's a
beginning
full
of it.
dragon. It's pretty,
Yeah, and it
it's
goes
amazing.
and
Can we show it on the? Can we show it on the? Can we pop it on the screen now for
yeah,
people that are watching?
yeah,
All right, cool.
yeah. So I have a right
You do.
because I sat through it.
Yeah.
And I need you to sit through it. You need to man up and get
Let
it
me ask you
finished.
this: what age were you when you finished it? You're in your 30s, weren't you still?
No,
You
no,
weren't?
No, I was well into my 40s.
Oh.
I finished it because I did half of it,
Yeah.
and then
You
like
left it for years.
I had it halfway done for a couple of years because the artist was moving around from shop to shop.
Not because of the pain that. Took.
No, not at all. Not
Yeah,
at all.
me either. I wouldn't do that.
And and so no, I finished it in my early 40s.
Okay, that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
What does yours look like?
I'll show you. I'll show you.
Show us all.
No, will not be on.
Oh.
That's as far as he
Oh,
got.
wow.
That's nothing.
That's awesome.
You basically have a white back with a couple of black lines on it.
Oh, I know. Couple of wavy lines.
I don't know how
good,
you
though.
sleep with them.
That's cool.
It'll be cool if it's a what? Oh, a couple of wavy lines.
I have that
Ghostbusters. That's
tattooed.
great. Ghostbusters tattoo. So I would love to finish it. It just the older I get, the more tattoos hurt, and I know the thing is
Right, dude,
I've
but,
earned
like-
plenty. I've earned plenty of them.
That's my back.
Holy
Now look at that
shit.
compared to...
Just as
lift
good.
it up again.
Nah.
No, lift it
Nah.
up again. Come on.
Nah, just as good.
my
Down here,
God.
like that.
Ooh, ow, ow, ow,
I have
ow.
tattoos on my chest, on my ribs, on my back, on my legs, my shins. Like
Do you know the difference?
the ass was the only place
Where you came?
Where I came, yeah. My ass was the only place where I thought,
You're gonna pass out.
no, not I'm gonna pass out, but I might have to stop for a second. Like,
Is it
you know
because
what
it
I
was
mean?
right on
That's
the?
how I was with these.
Yeah, and then I just decided, like, just go for it, dude. Just go for it. Then,
Does yours go onto the love handle? Or is it
Yeah,
kind of standing
yeah.
for the center?
yeah, no,
That feels like a blowtorch.
yeah. I mean, this is
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
covers everything.
Fantastic. You've seen it, right?
Yes, but I
Yeah.
can't remember. Yes.
Yeah.
So, interesting, quick little side note about that.
Yeah.
The reason why I was like, all right, just go for it.
Mm-hmm.
He was rushing my sessions. Like, I had to do it 2 weeks in a row, which is usually an artist won't do but he was being featured in some coffee table book, his work. And
Was he bouncing around sections, like doing this?
No, he was almost done, but he was like, let's get the whole bottom thing done in 2 weeks. I'll start here and then we'll finish it up. So, like, I had the added pressure of I kind of can't tap out because I already told him. And they were going to have a professional photographer. They did. It's this awesome big coffee table book. I'll show it to you. But he wanted pictures done to feature his work. So we went for it, like 14 hours
Did
of
you
work.
take anything?
No.
You can't.
One, I'm sober, and two,
Oh, that's right.
numbing cream like was just becoming a thing, and I don't.
I never had
believe
that.
I did it for
Numbing cream
for the
for-
top of this tattoo. I did it,
Uh-huh.
and I did not feel a thing. It was amazing, but it did make the top look like shit.
It's terrible.
Right.
It does
Yeah.
something to the skin. So apparently, someone in that comment section, you started this whole comment thing on
Right,
Instagram, which again humiliated me.
Right.
But I totally get it. Oh no, it's just like some of my closest friends call me a pussy bitch.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
right, and I get it. But I've earned
Yeah, you're
plenty of them.
admitting that you're admitting it, like
Yes.
in the comedy, even.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it fucking sucks.
Wait, there's another
Yeah,
part of
please.
this story. So he pushes it and pushes and pushes it, and we finally finish. About a couple weeks later, my wife notices in my mid region, she's like, "You have a lump right there," and I'm like, "I never
On your
noticed."
back?
No,
Oh.
in, like
Oh.
near my dick,
Okay.
like in my groin, not on my dick, but
yeah.
in my groin area.
Herpes.
So she sends me to the doctor, and the doctor's like, look, he's like, I see it. I suggest we just go in there and take it out and then send it to the pathologist and
Okay.
see, what's what, because we don't want to fuck around if you have like testicular cancer or anything
So it was
wrong.
down in your
Yeah,
like
yeah,
right
it was
there.
like down,
In the crease,
where the
or-
leg,
yeah.
where the leg and the front part,
The Y,
the Ken part, the anatomical Ken part, where that meets.
where your dick would be.
Yeah. And so I have a surgery, and I'm fucking scared shitless. They take it out, and it's a couple days, and the pathologist calls my doctor and says, "Is your client heavily tattooed?" And he's like, "Yeah, why?" It's like, "Because the lymph node just filled with ink."
What?
So he's like, "There's nothing wrong." He's like, "I tossed it in the trash. There's nothing. It's totally fine." Yeah. And then I started telling other people about it that are in the tattoo world, and they're like, "Oh yeah, because
So
all the
something,
excess,
something carried all the ink to a certain
it's
spot.
poison in your body,
yeah,
right?
the
It's your
excess,
lymphatic system.
yeah, that's what they say. Like a lot of the old yakuza in Japan. Wow. This isn't even just because I went to Japan. I've known this for years. They get really sick in their old age because of all the ink in their body.
Wow.
God damn. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's harmonious.
That's wild.
Yeah, so
wild.
I had to have my lymph node removed for no reason. He's like, it would have just went down,
But
like it would
you
have
don't
cleaned
know.
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually, but
Just
you
full
didn't
of
want to
ink.
take a chance. It was just full of ink.
Oh, that's wild.
Because we did
Crap.
so much
At
tattooing
once.
in my back area right there.
Yeah.
Because I know people who have full sleeves who are like, oh yeah, my lymph nodes in my armpit.
Yeah.
I've had scares like. And he's like, they fill up with ink, and then the body gets rid of it.
When
you
I
know?
had this done inside, not that it's not a lot, but my lymph node filled. It was all swollen. I was
Under
like,
your
"Why?"
arm- under your
Yeah.
armpit?
Yeah, it hurt
Yeah.
so bad.
Did it
for-
get removed or just
No,
absorbed?
just I let it go.
Oh, she just limped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
lymph node.
having a tough time right
It's not
now.
a lymph
Lift it off.
node. It's a lymph node.
a lymph
sorry.
node.
A
Yeah.
lymph node.
I
I
like
need
that.
a medical dog for that. Oof.
So also, I want to mention that.
No, but let's finish.
Oh,
You're a pussy.
yes, yeah. Is that it?
No, you're
But
a
I
pussy.
think your back looks great though, because if you saw it, you would know.
No,
I haven't even
doesn't.
seen the movie, and I know what that is.
Yeah, but if you saw the completed version I have in my head,
You know what it looks like? And maybe you could fashion it to look like this for real. And I'm being dead serious.
okay, bring it.
Like you could bring this idea to Paul.
Okay.
You know when like they do, they put up a poster on a wall for a movie, they put a ton of them, whatever, and someone rips it, and you can see like a corner of it here,
Like
but
a hint at like.
yeah,
Oh, is that kind of The Exorcist?
you can put little rip marks where the white skin is.
I'm just gonna
so
wear-
It looks like
I'm just gonna
somebody
wear
ripped it off your
Shredded
back.
T-shirts so people can see it through my T-shirt poking through. Yeah, it's like I would say I've asked him before. I said, "Are we half done?" He goes, "Maybe."
No, you're a quarter done.
Oh, it'll never happen.
You're
Give
a
you,
quarter
we'll
done.
give you a third done.
And do you go to the same guy? What's his name?
No.
No, he's tattooed me once before.
Once,
yeah.
one time. We did the.
He's
Taylor,
a great guy.
the
Yeah, we
Hawks
did
together.
the Taylor Hawkins stuff. Yeah.
Todd goes to everybody. I've only had tattoos from like 3 people. But
I
he's
got
done almost
one
all
in
my
Korea.
stuff. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
A little tiny. My wife and I got it. It's an inside joke. This little spoon.
It says "I love you."
No, this,
What? That's that spoon?
yeah.
Is it a heroin spoon?
No, it's like an inside thing about a story
She
that
still loves heroin.
her father tells.
Okay.
About how the Koreans invented the spoon.
Oh,
And after
that's
he's had a
funny.
few,
I feel like I've heard this.
I've
story.
told it on
Yeah,
Dark Matter.
yeah.
After he's had a few, he gets like he doesn't say this, but he gets very animated. And
Please
this
do the
is-
accent.
This is the vibe. Well, like it's not even about the accent. It's the vibe of what he's saying is those goddamn Japs would still be eating with sticks if we didn't give them the spoon. That's
because
the
of the Asian hierarchy of.
yeah.
Clearly, I'd get along with him.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you speak English? No.
Like, well, the spoon was, the Japanese use it for.
You're welcome for that.
No, like
Wants to be sure.
Well,
yeah.
that's like the Tick. Remember the Tick? The show. You always go spoon.
I don't.
never watched The
I never
Tick.
saw it, but I remember the show.
Never watched.
But yeah,
it.
so we got tattoos, and it was a great experience just because the guy who was the shop, we just walked in to like didn't do any research. To hey, there's a tattoo shop. Let's go in there, and this was in South Korea, and the shop manager guy spoke decent English, so that was, and I'm with Koreans, so like it wasn't a big deal. But the guy who tattooed me, he spoke I have a picture of me and him. It was like, and it was cool. Like it was a great experience. So I like getting them from multiple people. But
Yeah.
you go to the same guy.
One guy, except for we did the pig tattoo we got from somebody else.
Karen, yeah.
My first tattoo, someone else, and then that might be it.
Is your wife Korean? Mm-hmm. And does she speak the language?
Yep. English is decent.
Her English.
Very, very
I
good.
wish it wasn't.
It really, if there is some kind of numbing spray that works, I will finish this. Otherwise, it hurts so bad.
But it's
Why don't you
it's
take-
tattoo.
because you-
That, like,
because
of
you
course
take-
it
I know,
hurts
but
so
like
bad.
But
Take a gummy or something.
it doesn't. I don't. Maybe it would work, but
You take those, like
the pain on the back is so much different than just like doing 2 hours on the arm.
Don't take a gummy. Don't take numbing cream. Take the pain.
No.
That's
Life is too
part
short.
of
because
the
after
art.
a while,
I've
it feels
earned
so good.
plenty.
Like after a while, you go to a different place.
I don't. I go to like. oh.
No, but that's true. I do. I go to a different place.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
I've fallen asleep where the artist, and I'm not lying, like the artist has been like, dude, you got to stay awake. And it's not passing out. It's that I put myself into such a mental zone that I start to fall asleep.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
But Pee Wee, my guy, has told me that he's done some tattoos where someone will hire a who are the people that knock you out for surgeries?
What?
Mike
An
Tyson?
anesthesiologist?
The guy will hire an anesthesiologist.
Mike
to
Tyson.
That's
Just
what I was
him under.
thinking.
knock you the fuck out.
Yeah.
An
No, but people go under, being put.
Doesn't that fuck with the quality
Michael
of your
Jackson's
skin?
guy?
Yeah, I thought that's not
good.
that they don't want. Well, I know that drinking's not good because it thins your
Blood.
blood.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but he's had guys.
And
he
aspirin,
goes
too,
over and they
yeah.
put him under, and then he tattoos their whole back.
See,
or
I
something.
feel like if you have to go that route, like
Don't get a
the
fucking
experience is part of it. Like
I totally,
Yeah.
I agree until it comes to me. If I'm being honest, I get it.
Like
love
I
it.
do. Like when I walk around without my shirt on, I'm like proud that I
Sure.
sat through fucking
Same.
almost like
And again,
70, 75 hours of tattooing to get my whole entire back and ass done.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
My guy is notorious for going super slow. Like we would have sessions. He rushed those last two, obviously, to get it done. But we would go through sessions where
I can't.
it would be 5 hours later, and I'd be like, "Dude, you did those 3 scales." He was like, "Yeah, but they're perfect." You know,
I love him.
There's nothing worse than,
so much.
than taking breaks.
Yeah.
When they take breaks, that I hate
no,
it so
no,
much.
yeah.
No breaks.
That's why people would come like to visit.
Yeah.
I'm getting tattooed though. They're coming out, because I don't want him talking to you.
Yeah.
Because
I don't want
yeah, and then did I show you this thing? My book, like, dude.
As soon as they take the gloves off, I'm like, no, keep the gloves on,
go,
please,
go,
for Christ's
go.
sake.
Keep going. That's why one of the best people to get tattooed by is
Oliver. I was going to ask because I know he's
He's
very
tattooed-
deep. It hurts.
It
but
hurts
it's
like
fast.
a motherfucker, but like
don't
I
know.
have stuff here, my sides here that he did, which was like
Oh God.
hurt, but he's like, all right, done.
Full
Yeah,
fucking eagle,
yeah,
full
yeah.
color eagle at
Yeah.
8
I have
minutes.
2 eagles
Oh, you
right
do?
here. And people in the shop were like, those were the first 2 things he ever did. They're like, "You're letting Oliver do those eagles right there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And they're like, "Oh."
On the hip bone. Oh God, yeah.
And they're like, "You're letting him do that there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?"
You'll see.
You'll see.
He's double parked,
But he was fast.
like he's carving wood.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Heidi, since it's your special day, we're running out of time here.
Yes, sir.
We have a few options we could do today. Do you want to do some new Gary? That scared the fucking.
I was waiting for you to turn around.
That got me good. Todd hasn't seen Gary yet. We should show him Gary and Katie
Totally.
at some point.
Busey? I know, I've seen him.
Way
plenty of
better.
times.
Way better.
Yeah.
Very.
So we have Gary clips. We also have some listener questions. And we have Sinead O'Connor sex facts. Pick 2. And what do you want to start with?
Sinead O'Connor. Well, it was her her funeral was today.
Oh,
I was
rest in
really
peace, Sinead.
bummed by her death.
Me too.
In
I've only been listening to
Asia.
her.
We all know that there's a massive outcry when everyone dies, but she really did have like everybody's respect.
Yeah, totally.
She was a good one.
Yeah.
Badass. That Pope shit was
And
badass.
I loved her from fucking back then, and even when it was like that.
Fan of the music or a fan of her?
Fan of the music
Okay.
and her. But like, even when that song was huge and like the kind of community I was in was like, fuck that shit. You know, I was like, no.
That's good.
She's awesome. Yeah.
Gary and I don't know.
You can do it.
Okay, well, let's start with the listener
limp
question.
your way
Listener
through it.
questions.
Let's
yeah.
do a listener question first, and then we'll move on to some funny stuff.
Okay.
This comes in from our friend Chris, and this is for the whole panel.
Yeah.
So recently I was at the McDonald's drive-thru and they asked me if I wanted to leave a tip.
What?
So it made me wonder, what is your opinion on tipping nowadays? Because I feel like being asked for tips is more common than just at restaurants when you're getting served a dinner. Heidi, specifically, since you do work in the food industry, tipping for takeout, how do you guys go about tipping? What do you guys think about do you think tipping is excessive now? Yeah.
I went
Thank you,
to
Chris.
go. Oh, where was I? I went somewhere.
Where was
it was
I?
like where was I? It was like the grocery store. It was something crazy, and I got
A limp?
I got sliced
never gonna get old.
turkey.
Mm-hmm.
And I paid for it there. I paid for it. What? I forget where I was. Where I had to pay for right there, and there was a tip button. And I was like, no.
Since
I'm
when
at the
did deli
grocery
people work
store.
on tips? Yeah.
The McDonald's thing, that's ridiculous because McDonald's, they pay the people a certain amount, and they're actually, I mean, they don't get paid a lot.
I mean, it's minimum
but-
wage
yeah.
for the most part.
But I feel like it's becoming like when I go get gelato now at my new favorite place on Larchmont, I tip $1 each time because there's a
You
tip.
feel
at
bad.
Yes, because they're watching me, and
They do this on Larchmont. There's places that it drives me fucking crazy. You
Like at
buy
Jenny's.
something, that's not service oriented. Like, I grabbed it, I'm going up, and because they have an iPad, they flip it towards you.
Whatever you want to
where
do.
it says like receipt, tip, da 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 da, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know,
Yeah.
What do you do?
Sometimes I just look at my phone, like after because now you can, you know, I just tap my card, right? So, and I just turn away and look at my phone before they can turn it around
Yeah.
on me.
Yeah, that's
now, if
what-
there's
oh,
somebody
that's-
doing something for me, I'll tip, you know, like.
Of course.
It is a weird system, though.
It's a weird-
I'm getting pretty over it, I think. Because, like, if you're going to tip at a restaurant, why wouldn't you tip at McDonald's? It doesn't make more sense. Those people might need it more. But also, why can't restaurants just pay their employees?
Well, here's the thing with the place I work at too. There's a service fee at a lot of restaurants in Los Angeles. And that
Over
service
6?
fee, yeah, it's like 5%. It's 6%. So if you have a dinner that's like $400, there's like a $25 service fee.
Does that go to you?
No. And I
Oh.
had this girl, she was so bummed. She's like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh, it goes to the kitchen now. So we don't have to tip the kitchen." And then I'm like, "Just fucking pay the kitchen what they deserve." But so especially if you live in LA, you can ask for that service fee to be taken off, because it is now at places where I get my toenails done, like pedicures, and there's a service fee, and I'm always like, what is this for? And the woman was like, "Oh, it's for
Because your feet
our health
cost
insurance."
$400 to fix that limp.
We had to go into the
That
knee and
limit,
the
yeah,
hip.
But I feel like if you go through McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Burger King, all that, it's just known you don't tip.
Yeah.
That's fast food. You're not. But I get it. They're actually like cooking in the back and stuff. But you're not sitting down. But if you go to, which doesn't happen at all anymore because there's DoorDash and all that. But when you work at a place and you get the to-go stuff together at a restaurant, it sucks when you don't get tipped, which I have a hard time. I'm sorry. I have a hard time with the DoorDash and Uber Eats and all that stuff, because the restaurant doesn't get tipped.
Right, the driver does.
The driver does, but the restaurant does all the fucking work, except for, of course, drive it to your
Yeah,
house
yeah.
and deliver. But there's two jobs that are being done.
Right.
Yeah, totally agree with that.
So
Right.
if you order from Dave's Hot Chicken, there's actually a button that
Can
says...
you tip the restaurant?
What says $2 will go straight toward the restaurant. So I
Okay.
always do that. So I
Okay.
spend like $30 on one freaking like chicken sandwich. It's so
Right.
ridiculous. But
It's
like,
worth it, though.
yeah, but I really, that's where I'm at with that. I don't agree with that. There should be some sort of tip involved with that.
Okay,
Anyhow.
so pros and cons list of why Todd's moving to Japan or Korea.
Yeah.
No tipping at
Number
all.
one, you're taller there.
No tipping.
Yeah, yeah.
There's just
Most of Europe. Some
Yeah,
people are
but-
insulted by
well,
it.
I was just gonna say
It's already in your pay.
the Asian
Yeah.
cultures, it's an insult to even offer a tip because they feel like you're pitying them.
What, you think I can't take care of my family? Yeah.
So I had an instance at a place where we kind of stumbled into, and it was obviously a local place, and we were getting nasty looks at first it was like an older Japanese businessman, and I was like, we're walking in. I'm like this white tattooed guy with 4 Korean women, and it was their place, and you could feel it. And we ended up staying, and I was like, the girls were like, "Well, let's just leave," and I was like, "No, we're gonna make this work."
Yeah.
And they didn't speak a lick of English, and it ended up being one of my best experiences there because we like won them over, and like I was verbally communicating with this one guy who was fucking staring at me, an older guy, like, "What the fuck are you doing in here?" And I gave him like the energy of, I know I'm where I am, I know this is your place, I will be respectful, you know what I mean? And after a while he got it,
Yeah.
and like nodded to me, and I was like, yes, like
Showed
the
respect.
girls had no idea any of this is going on, even, So anyway,
Were you like,
the guy who the waiter at first would not fucking pay attention to us at all, like just walking by,
was
like,
this in Japan, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
and so after a while I kind of like leaned into when he was walking by and like, hey, the girls are all drinking, they're starting to get drunk, and like I start making jokes with them, like 2, I hold up the beer bottle, two more, and I'm like, and then he's like, he starts laughing, like, okay, he starts softening it, and by the end, he really took care of us and like understood that we couldn't understand the menu even, and just bought us some stuff, and I got you guys is what he was saying, and he's speaking to us in like hardcore like Japanese, and okay,
right,
I have no idea what you're saying. And then finally at the end of the night, I went up to pay the bill, and I just paid with my credit card, and I had like, I don't know, 100,000 yen, which is like $20 or whatever. And I was like telling him, in my culture, we do this, and you did take care of us. And like, I know that you think it's insulting, but that's not what I'm doing. And I gave it to him, and he understood what I was doing, and he took it. And like, at that moment, this is so gay.
I know. Yeah.
He said, "Thank you," and I said, "Arigato," at the exact same time. And he started hugging me. So then I go back to the table, and my wife's drunk, and my wife's like, "Oh, you and your boyfriend are laughing over there, huh?" And I'm like, she's like, what did he say? And I'm like, oh, he gave me his number. He's going to take me out tonight in Osaka and like show me around. He doesn't really want you guys to come. It's like a guy thing. And she goes, really? I'm like, no, he doesn't speak any fucking English. We both said thank you in each other's languages at the same time. It was a
human moment.
Yeah. Like,
dumb broad.
Fucking dumb bitches. Let's get out of here.
That's a nice human moment.
It was one of the best moments I had in Japan.
That's really cool.
Because when we walked in, it was like, ooh, we're not in the right place.
It's kind of like my moment at the Grove.
Very similar.
So
Yeah.
similar.
Two people
Minus
meeting.
the limp.
Yeah, meeting at the
And
same
the
path in
accusations.
life. The crossroads. I learned from you. You learned from me.
I feel like
beautiful. You guys had
it's
a very similar
gorgeous.
experience.
Yeah.
That's great. I think we all share the same feelings on tippings.
Tipping, yeah.
Yeah.
At Starbucks, I always tip
Why?
because they're making coffee, and I worked at as a barista.
But they've
Not always,
trillions
but
of dollars.
sometimes- No, but the people that work there don't. And if they're super super sweet and nice, I tip.
I mean, sometimes I like to tip, but the mandatory like
Yeah, I don't all the time.
When I go into the places,
if I pick up food, I don't tip.
McDonald's is already
No.
expensive right now. I'm sorry,
Is it?
it just is. Yes, it's
Those
If
insane.
I,
nuggets are worth it.
when I go into the places that I go into daily, and I walk in like the juice place or a coffee place or whatever, and they know me, and they start making my thing without me even ordering it, like of course I tip.
It happens to me every day. I at the coffee bean, and I don't tip them.
Yeah, you need to tip.
Yeah, you
Buck.
need to tip like a buck
cash.
or something.
buck.
But you
carry
can do it
cash.
on. But no, you can do it on the thing.
I pay with my. I have an
Yeah, you
app.
Still do it.
Yeah, you can
You
tip
can?
on
Yeah,
the
you
app.
can take the dollar out of your app. That's what I do at Starbucks.
I felt so nice. Like the first couple months into COVID, I left $100 in the tip jar at Coffee Bean. It's like you guys are here. I'm not. It's not like a brag thing, but like I was
That's
like,
awesome.
thank you guys for being here. And they probably thought like,
Then you
he's
limped away.
He's gonna do this all the
All the
time.
time,
What a
yeah.
nice guy, and I haven't done it in
You should do it once a year. You should do it like around the holidays or some shit.
But how do I make sure they all know that it was me that
So
did it?
have you ever seen
Just
my
hand it to
stand-up
them.
stuff? I have a stand-up all about, not the whole thing, but I have
Will you please do your routine right now?
a bit about that, about the tipping at the coffee shop. Because they turn
It
around
must be
right
hard
when
to
you
stand
order
up with
it.
that limp.
Sitting down, just her over the counter.
No, you always have to. I always want them to know I'm tipping them.
is
So I'm
your-
always like, is this
Oh, I know
tip
that.
jar your tip jar? Is this
That's
like?
a good bit because I can
Thanks
relate
for
to that.
everything.
Yeah, I'm always like,
I'll
can I
wait
have-
until they turn around to
Yes.
see it so that they see me put
Yes.
it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your comedy online?
Yeah, I tried to find it the other day, but it.
Can
it
we
must have-
YouTube your stand up?
I'll find it.
Please do.
It's the class that Jeannie Bus was in with me.
How do you want to wrap up? Well,
Gary.
one more listener
there more
question,
questions?
and then we'll
Yeah.
do a couple quick videos. This comes in from an anonymous listener.
Ooh,
Here's a question for some time in the future when you need one. By and large, is first time sex, as in first time with a new person, not a virgin first timer, always the best time you'll ever have with that person? Most passion, most filthy, etc. I know sometimes it's not great, of course, but assuming you both really want each other, do you think it's ever as hot as that first time? I don't like the thought, but it's hard to think about the sex trajectory and not sort of feel this way.
I think the first time with somebody new that you've been. I think that there's an awkwardness to it. Sometimes it's like I think it gets better as it goes on.
Like, how do I know if she's into butt stuff?
More comfortable.
Yeah.
So you guys are saying no.
No, I think it gets better.
Yeah, I agree.
I haven't had enough like first time partners to have an opinion on the matter, but I
I've
never
had
had disastrous first time.
One hit wonders.
Yeah, good ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
And some horrible ones.
If you were with someone the first time who you liked, and she was like filthy to the point of like, do you do this for money? Would you want to be with someone who is really, really good at fucking the first time?
Yeah.
All right, good. That's a good answer.
Like everybody's fucking got to figure it out somehow.
True.
They figured it out somehow. You know what I mean?
Darren, your thoughts on the matter? First timers?
I think that
Gotta get a
it
cupcake.
gets
Please.
better with time because of comfort, but I don't know that it gets hotter than the first time.
I think it could get hotter as it goes on.
If you bring more people
of the
in.
comfort, yeah, when you bring more people in.
Right.
But
Stupid.
there is something to be said about that moment where like 2 minutes ago you were not sure this is going to happen.
Oh, okay.
And then it's happening. And you're like, I think it's a different feeling
different
than the
kind.
question, but there's nothing like that.
Yeah.
That I'm not one of those like, go in, like I gotta know.
Oh, like a rapist?
Yeah, like a rape. No, there are a lot of
I'm going to get this one.
no, but there's a lot of I'm gonna just make the move. Like guys
yeah.
like that, I'm just not like that.
Right.
And that moment of I'm not really sure, I'm not really sure, I'm not really sure, and then oh my God, it's happening right now. There's something to be said about that moment.
I've never had those experiences in my life.
Really?
No. I've been with, it's 4 girlfriends and one kind of one-timer, but I knew that person.
And one unfinished tattoo.
Yep, that's it. Those are my 6.
It's like a country song.
No, it's been, I've never had that like a
I think
random
that's
kind of hookup
metaphor.
Unfinished
Tattoo
business.
in your sex life.
It's a good question though.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's a great question.
All right. So Heidi, can you try to explain? We're gonna play Todd one kind of old Gary clip. Do you know one that you'd want to play and kind of explain how they came into our lives? Actually, I'll explain that.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
No, but which one do you want?
Yeah. Do you know an old clip that you want? We should do the one with Vote for Gary,
I
maybe.
think that one for
Yeah.
sure, right?
So Todd, these people, this guy named Gary and his girlfriend Katie, and I found them on Twitter. This guy responded to some alien UFO thread, and so I just clicked on his link and realized, oh, this man has some issues.
Right.
And he's become a superstar in this show, and this is him and his girlfriend. This is her. Her name is Katie.
Hi, I'm Heidi, co-founder of Deep Six, Vote for Gary Libertarian Party.
Well, she's a meth freak.
This is what we're getting into. We'll play one more let's see.
I'm Katie.
And they're from Wisconsin, of course.
This is one where he had a real meltdown towards the city of La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Hi, this is Gary Griffin. I'm in the Libertarian Party running for office. And I listen to all you guys talk all day in La Crosse, Wisconsin. I'm just going to be honest with you. When I first got here, a VA nurse took me up on medicine because I'm bipolar 2, dual diagnosis, and I went kind of crazy. And she was doing it for this experiment that wasn't supposed to be made. And I've been there. I couldn't be harassed more, so I might as well just let you know. I'm going to sue this city for fucking millions of fucking dollars. Because you can't go around every fucking place I go. I didn't do a fucking thing in this town to deserve this shit. But make it money. So I'm going to sue you for so many fucking millions of fucking dollars, and it's a good lawsuit. I got plenty of witnesses. You're fucking guinea pigs. That you're going to be fucking paddling in a canoe with a tuna, you motherfuckers. Stop it. Get off my fucking back.
Get out my fucking back.
Paddle in the canoe with
so-
the tuna.
He looks like an angry woman.
Oh, dude, we're in love with this couple.
Right.
So for Heidi's birthday, we pulled Heidi. We have like all these new clips.
They're new ones?
Yeah. So
They're my favorite. Yeah.
what? So do you want to hear?
Oh, you should tell
What? Go ahead.
Todd about how he is in line to be the lead singer of AC/DC.
Oh yeah, so he's the AC/DC song "Problem Child."
Yeah.
So he claims that he is Problem Child, and that he's the reserve lead singer for AC/DC. So whenever if Brian Johnson ever goes down, that he's the next in line.
Yeah.
Is that there's a few
Yeah.
where I see him wearing the Brian Johnson hat.
Oh yeah, so he's like prepping for it. So Heidi, I figured I'll play just a couple to end the show, but I want to show Todd the big issue with him, which makes me sickest, is the spittle in his lips.
Oh, I already see it.
Check it out, dude. Check this one out. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, go watch it on YouTube. You're gonna love this.
I'm at the library.
Gurgle.
I hate when there's that piece like.
I used to smoke 4 packs of cigarettes a day.
I believe it.
Then I lost a lung. Now I've cut my smoking in half.
Good one, buddy.
Yeah. This one made me really, really laugh a lot. Let's do this one.
One more thing. I have had doctor's training all my life. Yeah, I was VA Secret Service. I was on VA basis.
What?
And, when your kid's being psychotic, that's usually what's called they're projecting. And women do this.
Women do this.
Sometimes men with brain injury. When you're accusing somebody to be psychotic and they know you're not, it's just pointing the finger, and usually there's something 10 times worse wrong with them.
Oh, what?
I'm not saying I'm not psychotic, but they tell me I'm not. Just goes to show you.
So my favorite part is that he equated women have the same intelligence as men with brain injuries. I'm not saying I'm not psychotic.
Will you show one with Katie?
Oh, of course,
Like
of
with
course.
so
Yeah,
Todd
of
can see,
course,
like,
of
the-
course. We'll go old school.
Yeah.
And we'll play a lot more of those as time
Oh
goes
my
on.
God.
This one. Oh, this.
Look at her.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh God.
Watch. Okay, so this one, Todd. Her reaction of her like seeing if he's pleased with the way she is. So just check it out.
Hey, salute the flags, kids. Hey.
Look over at him. I'm like, how'd I do?
Play it again.
Hey, salute the flags, kids.
How was that? So there's an update. People who watch the show are really loving these Gary and Katie updates.
For Halloween.
Oh God, let's do it. Let's do it. So Katie is going through some legal issues right now that I'd like to talk about, and then we'll get out of here. This one's pretty good. Oh wait, sorry. Okay, bring that volume down. Looking good.
What Katie is guilty of is really blows my mind, because what she proved when she did the retail theft and possession of narcotics, which was just right out of the woods, she proved that this coffee shop on West Avenue was selling equipment to manufacture methamphetamine. That's what it proved.
What?
So I'm going to recommend she pleads not guilty.
He is brilliant.
So by her buying
Brilliant.
stuff to make meth, she just proved that these people had the ingredients
To make meth.
to make meth. And we'll do one more. I think this is him mocking the system for something. Let's see.
Hey, you'd love to hear this one. Katie got a paraphernalia charge. that coffee shop on West Avenue was selling stuff to manufacture methamphetamine.
Oh my God.
Great angle too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, why is he? Where's the through this?
Oh my God. Oh, these
We
are
love them so
good.
much.
I love them so much.
And since Todd's here for this one, we'll do one more where he talks about how he's on the verge of cracking the JFK case.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, this is exciting. This is good stuff. Keep up the good work, Gary. And here we go.
As you know, I'm good at detective work.
You know.
And I did the Lincoln assassination investigation, and yeah, I turned up some stuff there, but I tried out the Kennedy assassination because they're reinvestigating the Warren Commission, and what I found out there is just topsy-turvy, man, or what the hell?
That's the picture you sent
That's
me.
what I sent you today.
Looks like a retarded Chinese guy.
He sure does, or like a caricature of some corner store
Yeah, you need to
bodega
put, like,
worker.
one of those shirts, like with the,
What a topsy-turvy.
Yeah, so there's some new Gary material for you guys. We love them over here.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Shoot the flags, kid. Hey.
Hey.
So we love them.
Oh, man.
So great.
So good.
I think that's it, guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. You want to hang your thing in here at some point?
Yeah,
We should make it part of the set somewhere.
Yeah.
Todd, where can people find you? What do you got going on in your life right now?
nothing.
Great. Heidi, happiest of birthdays to you.
Thank you.
By the time people hear this, your birthday will have been yesterday.
I just want people to know that when I asked this girl, I just meant like she wasn't saying a word. So and then after I said that, I said, "Are you okay?" Because she was just like not doing anything.
So really, you were just trying to be helpful.
I was. I just wanted to make sure she was okay.
It wasn't even that you were just overreacting and being Karenish. It was you were concerned about her.
Yeah.
Because you really wanted to know if she spoke the native language.
I just wanted to know if she was understanding me because I was so excited.
And then when she didn't answer, you were concerned about her well-being and her health.
For sure.
Okay.
The only thing that I can say about this is if you were to film all this as a bit,
Yeah.
the perfect ending would be for that girl that she's talking about to walk away from her post with a limp.
Oh my God. That is how it would have to end. Very nice.
Wait.
What?
Oh, I forgot. Just one about this guy. No, you don't have to play that. It'll be really quick.
Can I not?
No. It's about this guy. Don't
Okay.
It'll be really fast.
All right.
So when the movie ended, and
You're in rare form today, Beavis.
and I started to go out because I was waiting for them, and they kept watching the credits, and I heard him say, "Let's go to the manager." So I got super scared. That's why I had the limp, because I was like, "Is he gonna say something about that?" I forgot to
Heidi's so
mention
sad.
that.
But Heidi, you had a ticket that had
I know.
that's
I know. But
he
that's,
could go to the
but I felt
manager
so
all he
bad.
wants.
I felt
like,
badly. I don't know why. I just felt bad. But it was my seat.
because if the manager would have come, what was your plan? Like, look, I have a limp. Like, how I don't see how
We're
that
gonna show it off?
factors. Yeah.
No, sir, watch me walk over here. So from the moment you had the idea for the limp to pulling off the limp, how quickly was that?
It was really fast and then I walked out and I went to the bathroom. I just wanted them to leave because I didn't know if he was like upset with me. So as I'm walking out slowly, they're standing by the waiting for the manager. Oh my God. And I don't know what they were going to say. Like, you don't
They were
rent
going to
out
say,
those seats to normal
this woman
people.
who paid for that seat wanted to sit in it. That would have been their argument.
I know,
and the
but-
manager wouldn't have been able to do a fucking thing.
That's true. I just feel
And then for some reason she started limping.
I feel bad about things. And
I get it.
Your approach was wild.
Yeah,
It's so wild. Anyhow, I can't be let out alone anywhere in public.
Didn't go far enough. Heidi, happiest of birthdays.
Thank you.
Todd,
for all of
good
this.
to see you again. Are you in town for a bit?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll do more of these.
Yes.
If you could tell the producer, the new they them.
That you're handicapped?
No, that thank
Edit
you.
out your limp. Of course. You can tell him right now.
Thank you.
There you go. He's going to edit this. He's going to see it. I mean, I think you guys have something going on between you guys. So that's good. Thank you, everybody.
That was my nervous laugh.
I'm sure it's fine.
All right, bye. Let's go.
Bye.
This is Lola, and I'm here to tell the world to stop being such pussies and listen to Rare Form Radio.